Here's our first home renovation. This house needs a lot of work. But we lost the keys. The first day of moving, after we closed, I lost the keys at deadbolt, but luckily my wife's brother is a locksmith and he was able to actually pick this lock and open it. And then this lock, we were able just to put a credit card and open it. Because there's no plate here to stop anything from shoving into it. There's nothing here. Look how bad this is. Next thing is gonna be, I'm just gonna replace the lock with a smart lock and the deadbolt, obviously. And then I'm gonna go later this week or something and have my dad come in, and we're gonna take all this off and replace the whole door jamb and the door and the exterior door, put a different door in, because this thing is atrocious. Here's the new door, which is crazy because I filled it with the Loctite foam made for doors, and then I still add the trim. I haven't done that. I didn't feel like doing trim yet until I'm done with everything. So I began this process of scraping all this off, all the texture off with the putty knife, 12-inch. So got a lot off. Smoother, and then obviously you still had to do this because I had to fix this crack right here, tape it, I nail it, then tape it, and then feather out this whole wall. Feathered all of it out, pretty much the whole thing. This will be my first feather job in a long time. I'm just putting in my first layer of this wall. So looks kind of weak, but I mean it's just filling all of this. It's gonna fill in all of the spots that I've already sanded, and yeah. Smooth in some areas, rough in others. It's just because the texture was so rough in a lot of areas. That's why we're gonna do about 2 or 3 layers of this mud. We made a lot of mess. Okay, so this is after the second coat, and I just sanded it all down. I have tape right here. There's a crack in the wall, so I taped it. And I screwed it down the nails into the stud. So this is what you're seeing probably, is just the tape kind of coming through. I sanded it down as best as I could. I've been sanding it down for the last 2 hours. It's not going to be perfect, but if I could get it to like at least probably like a level 3. I mean, look at this. This is like how the whole house kind of looks like. So I'm wearing my mask right now because you don't want to breathe this stuff in. Hey, there's my dog. She's bad. I got this first coat on the other side of the wall. So stuff like this, hopefully will be filled on the next next round. This actually came out pretty well. Actually, look at this. But for the most part, it's pretty smooth. I got a lot of clean up. This is the other side of the wall, which isn't too bad. This is just the first coat. I can only go so high, you know. So this looks really rough, but it's smooth because it's filling all the holes with the texture is coming through. So I had that sanded in first when I got the majority of it. Then I went through with a little hand sander right there, and that thing just eats up the hot mud, and just lines like this wasn't coming out with the sander on the extension pole. So I used the hand sander and it got it down pretty well. And pretty much flat, but once the next coat comes in, it's gonna fill all that in. And then you also gotta think too, when you start putting paint on, it's gonna fill in like little things like this. I'll start filling this in. So I don't expect it to be perfect. I haven't done this in years. Since I was like 25, I'm 35, so about 10 years I haven't done this. But the next thing we'll be doing this part right here. Then you take down these blinds so the carpet guys can actually get to the carpet underneath here. This is the old carpet, looks like crap. We're staying in the front room right now because it's so bad, the smell in the other room, because of the old tenants were squatters and they must have had an animal, else they were shitting in corners themselves. So excuse my language, they were pooping in corners themselves and peeing or whatever, but they destroyed this place. So there's some progress happening. I think I've already told you guys how I skinned 2 coats on this wall. 2 coats on this wall already. It's gonna be working on the 3rd one pretty soon. I just need to figure out how to get up here. But here's the first coat on this wall. So today they're actually taking out, let me show you this carpet. Maybe better to see it from down here. So you can see the carpet's this nasty beige brownish, and it's just terrible looking. The told you last owners were squatting for the past 2-3 months, I think. Really messed this place up a lot on purpose. So here's the old carpet, right? And we have the installers in here today. And here's the new carpet. Old, new. Old, new. It's actually way more comfortable too, because the padding that we got is this like memory foam padding. So like you could literally lay down on the carpet and yeah, and you could like just fall asleep on it. It's so comfortable. So here's one of the major upgrades right now going on. And then, what I was saying is, so funny thing is that we need to move the washer and dryer out of here so they could lay down this carpet right here on this line, because the washer and dryer actually like came to like right here. So I went and cut one of the lines, that first one right there with the tie, the hose. I cut that because I didn't have any tools to get this off with. And I remember a week ago of me shutting these off, because I had to move this around so that way we could clean and back here and everything. So I cut the first hose, and then I went to go cut the second one, and then as soon as I cut it, it just started spraying water everywhere. So I apparently did not turn off the other hose. This one right here, which was luckily cold water. I was getting sprayed by hot water, but it sucked because they just threw down the new foam matting like right here, and so it kind of soaked up this square right here. It soaked that all kind of up, which was kind of a good thing though, because we have more matting. He said like we could just replace that, but this was the new memory foam. So it's the future foam that we're put in, and this stuff is like super absorbent, right? And it's super absorbent, and it's so soft. But yeah, I boneheadedly messed up, and now luckily we didn't have to add on more square footage or anything like that. So, and like I said, this is just one of the renovations, one of the major renovation. Next one, I don't know if you count as a renovation, but new washer and dryers coming this weekend. I'm gonna try this before they come Saturday. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I want to just try to sand this down. Here's an update. So I mudded this. Only one coat. And I want to see what it looks like. I even did the top. So I showed you guys I think earlier the stripping after I removed the rail. I'm only gonna do one coat. I don't know if I'm even paint the top of it yet, because I don't know if I'm gonna do just a white. I think I'm gonna just do a white on top to match. I'm not gonna skim my whole ceiling, but some parts I will. Maybe add texture just to blend it in, but
Okay, I'm gonna start off right here for now, and then I'm about to paint it. I'm gonna sand a little bit more. I haven't sanded it all down, but I sanded it all the top mostly, and then everything now. Now that I don't need the step ladder for, I'll get to it now. This was kind of a pain, just because, you know, who the heck puts pipe like this, you know, and wires. So, and then these are, I was gonna California patch these, but I don't know if I should, because like I said, I want to get tankless water heater. And I might need to get into these areas to maybe reroute the piping a little bit better.
It doesn't look too bad. I didn't want to get like a super smooth finish. Just wanted to get somewhat of a smooth finish. So still wet, but I don't remember if you guys remember in the last video there was a huge patch, multiple patches. I don't know what was going on, but fixed it up as best as I could. I needed this done before Saturday, and it's already Friday, so when I was doing it Thursday, I hit the wall, the ceiling up a little bit, but I might just go back and, I don't know, maybe add just caulking to it, just to make it clear, just to make it white again. But yeah, so what do you guys think of the gray and the blue?
I'm almost done. I'll show you guys what it looks like after being painted.
Okay, so I'm done painting, sanding. Doesn't look too bad, I guess. This is my first time painting in years, so. There's another update that when we went to go, when the installers for the washer dryer came in, they said that the old hookups were too rusted out. These valves are here, and so we had to update them. So I had my brother-in-law come in and we went with PEX instead of just basic copper. So this makes it look a lot cleaner. Yeah, so should have no issue now. I'll show you before and after pictures. So it should be this Thursday, they should install it. Here's an update though on the washer and dryer. They finally came in and I got my Samsungs. I'm pretty sure you connect these to your Wi-Fi. I'll have to double check that. Pretty sure you can, because there's a smart control right here. Pretty sure this, like, it just helps when it beeps when the cycle's done on your phone. But so he bet my freaking PEX pipe. That's kind of scary. I like how we could tell the difference between the hot and the cold by putting in these different color PEX pipes. So this blue, I did this, finished it. I wanted these stackable, but I guess I just must have overlooked the fact to get the kit to stack it, so they put side to side. Maybe later we'll stack it, because one thing I wanted to do was put a water heater in here, a tankless water heater right there. Well, these were stacked right here, and then a tankless water heater right here, and then because the reason I didn't patch these holes back here was because I wanted to put a tankless water heater right here, and then I wanted the pipes to come directly from here into the tankless water heater. But now I don't know. And then the top, I did the top because it was when I took out that track. I think I explained this before. I took out that track, it was really rough. Like this texture was right here along this line. It was really rough, so I just wanted to make it all kind of one. I might have to get white paint later to cut in the top. But this was kind of like a practice for me because I haven't painted in a while. So that was like a practice for cutting in the ceiling. All right, I gotta get to work.